What is up, guys? I'm Francis, the instructor, and today we're going to talk about one of my favorite lessons, roundabouts. So this is the first in a series of videos where we're going to talk you through all the different types of roundabouts. So in this video, we're just going to talk about very basic roundabouts, how to indicate and where to position yourself, how to approach and what you should be looking for. Other videos in the series, we're going to be talking about traffic lights on roundabouts, spiral roundabouts, roundabouts with the lanes, how to approach a roundabout with multiple lanes. So let's start with how to use your signals on a roundabout. There are two rules for signaling on a roundabout. If yours is the next exit, you must signal left. If you're turning right on a roundabout, you must signal right. So if I'm taking the next exit, that means if I'm approaching the roundabout and my exit is the first exit, I need to signal left on approach. So let's talk about signaling left. If I'm approaching the roundabout and the next, as in first exit, is the one I want to take, I must signal left on approach. If I'm taking any other exits, I cannot signal left to approach the roundabout. If I'm approaching the roundabout signaling left and I'm not taking the first exit, any cars waiting at the first exit are going to think I'm leaving at that exit and they're going to join the roundabout as I'm still coming around it. So let's say I'm taking the second exit. If I'm at the first exit, then the next exit is mine, so I need to signal left to show I'm leaving. If I'm taking the third exit, once I get to the second exit, then again, I need to signal left to show I'm leaving. Now let's talk about what is an entrance and an exit to a roundabout. The entrance to the roundabout is this one. The exit to the roundabout is this one. So as I've passed the entrance, that's when I can signal left to show I'm leaving at the next exit. So using your right signal on a roundabout, you can only use your right signal if you're taking an exit that is a right turn from where you're starting from. So that means anything past 12 o'clock from the 6 o'clock that you're entering is a right turn. So 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, that's going to be a right turn, anything past 12 o'clock. So if you're intending to take any one of those exits, then you must signal right on approach to the roundabout. So let's say I'm taking the third exit and it's a right turn from where I'm starting. I need to enter the roundabout, signaling right, go past the first and the second exits. And once I'm past the second exit, I'm going to put on my left signal to show everybody that I'm leaving the roundabout at the next exit. So I know some people find this a little bit confusing. I know that I'm going to enter the roundabout steering left, but on a roundabout, your signals are used to show the exit that you're intending to leave on, not for the way that you're steering. You will always enter a roundabout steering left, but if you're taking an exit that's on your right, you need to signal right on approach to that roundabout and then go around the roundabout as normal. So there's two sides of the roundabout. There's the inside and there's the outside. So this is not for roundabouts with lanes. This is just for a very simple basic roundabout. If I'm taking anything that's a right turn, I need to track the inside of the roundabout. And if I'm not taking a right turn, I make sure I keep to the left of the roundabout, the outside. So even if that's the longest route around the roundabout, if I'm going straight or anything left of straight, I need to make sure I stick to the left of the roundabout. So as you're approaching a roundabout, it's really important to have two pieces of information to hand. The exit number that you want to leave at and the direction that you are taking. So whether you're turning left, straight, 12 o'clock or right, you need to know that before you get to the roundabout. Also, you need to know the exit number so that as you go around the roundabout, especially if it's a roundabout with a lot of exits, you know that you can count around 1, 2, 3, 4, and mine is the 5th. If you're on a driving test, you'll either be following road signs, a sat-nav, or the examiner will be giving you verbal directions. With either one of those methods, you will be able to find out those two key pieces of information, the direction and the exit number, so that you can approach the roundabout appropriately and make sure that you leave at the right exit. So if you're following road signs, the examiner will have asked you to follow directions to somewhere, like Croydon or Belfast or Inverness. You will find the road sign. You will see Inverness labelled. You will be able to count 1, 2, Inverness is third. And then you'll be able to see, is it left of 12 o'clock, in which case it's a left turn? Is it straight up from 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, which means it's straight ahead? Or is it anything past 12 o'clock, which means it's a right turn? If you're following a sat-nav, the direction that you're taking will be clearly marked by the blue line. So if your blue line goes like this, you know that you're taking a left turn. If your blue line goes like you're taking a right turn, if it goes straight from bottom to top on the sat-nav, it's straight ahead. Also, the sat-nav should tell you verbally which exit you're taking. If not, you can see 1, 2, 3, that's my exit. I'm taking the third exit on my left. If the examiner is giving you verbal directions, they will tell you you are taking the second exit on your right, the third exit, and it is straight ahead unless it's really obvious. If they say straight ahead and there's literally only 1, 2, 3 exits, they might just say follow the road ahead. Priority at roundabouts. On a roundabout, you always give way to the right. Whether that be a spiral, traffic light, mini roundabout, on a roundabout in the UK, you give way to the right-hand side. As you're approaching the roundabout, you're checking to the right. Is there any vehicles coming? Do I need to let them go first? If there's another vehicle there, you slow down, you potentially stop at the line. You must let any vehicles from your right go first, and then you set off once it's clear. Think about this though. If there is a vehicle on your right and you're not going to affect their journey by emerging, you should do so. If you didn't, that would be hesitation. Now, one more thing before we go, let's think about speed approaching the roundabout. There's a couple of things that you want to consider when you're thinking about approaching the roundabout. How much can you see? Is your visibility impaired? Is it a built-up area? Is the roundabout massive? Is there a lot of traffic on the roundabout? All of these things are going to affect your speed on approach. So you should be approaching the roundabout in ideally second gear, but perhaps first gear if your visibility is impaired and there's a lot going on. Anything higher than second gear is going to be a little bit reckless. Remember, third gear takes you from 20 to 30 miles an hour. If you're approaching and going around roundabouts more than 20 miles an hour, you're going too fast. So that's the lesson brief on roundabouts. Let's go and see how it works in practice. So I'm approaching the roundabout and this time I'm going straight second exit. It's not the next exit, so I can't indicate left. I'm not turning right. I cannot indicate right either. I'm checking right. There's no vehicles on approach. I'm not turning right, so I'm tracking the outside of the roundabout. As I pass the first exit, I'm signaling left with a left mirror check, checking the left to make sure there's no sneaky cyclists and motorbikes on my left, and I've left. No problems there at all. Okay, so I'm approaching the roundabout again, and this time I'm going to turn left, second exit. It's important to hear that second exit bit because you cannot signal left on approach to this roundabout because I'm not taking the first exit. It's a super common mistake to hear left and signal left, but that's going to be a problem, especially on a driving test. So I'm approaching the roundabout at an appropriate speed in second gear, checking to my right. There's no vehicles there at all, so I can enter the roundabout, keeping to the left. As I pass the first exit, I'm going to signal left, checking my left mirror for cyclists and motorbikes, keeping everyone safe, and I'm leaving the roundabout. Easy. Okay, this time I'm approaching the roundabout and I'm going to turn right using the third exit. So I'm checking my mirrors. I'm going to put a signal on because I'm going past 12 o'clock. I need to show I'm turning right. Again, I'm looking to my right and making sure there's no cars on approach. Because I'm turning right, I'm going to keep to the inside of the roundabout, and I can count as I go around. 1, 2, there's the second exit. I'm signaling left to show I'm leaving next, and I'm checking my mirror a lot more than normal because I need to know that there's no motorbikes or cyclists as I move from the inside to the outside of the roundabout. Okay, so here's my roundabout, and this time I'm going to turn right using the fourth exit. So I've signaled already to show my intention. I'm checking right again, making sure that there's nothing approaching from my right. I am using the inside of the roundabout. Why? Because I'm turning right. There's the first exit, there's the second exit. Remember, I'm taking the fourth exit. There's the third exit. I can signal left, checking my left mirror, move to the outside of the roundabout and leave. So hopefully now you can see why it's important to have those two vital pieces of information before you enter the roundabout. Firstly, I had my direction so that I know if I'm turning left, going straight, or making a right turn, so that I know whether to signal and how to signal. I know where I need to position myself on the roundabout, inside or outside. Also, I knew my exit number so that I could count as I go around the roundabout. 1, 2, 3. If I'm leaving at 4, I know I need to indicate at 3, check my mirrors, and then I can make a safe exit. Guys, I hope you found that video useful. That's just the first one in our series of roundabout tutorials that I'll be doing. If there's anything else that you guys want to see, comment below. I read through all the comments and I'll be there replying to you guys as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. I'm Francis the instructor, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.